So this problem says Sandra originally had 3/5 as many pencils as Janice. Janice bought 35 additional pencils, and Sandra bought 5 more. The new ratio of the number of Janice's pencils to that of Sandra's pencils turned to 3-to-1. How many pencils did Janice have originally? So to do this problem, we're going to make the important parts of the question different colors. The 3/5 will be red. Part where they buy additional pencils is the green parts, and the new ratio will be blue. And we'll refer to the colors. Now to visually represent this question, we're going to make a table that will represent the number of pencils both Sandra and Janice have. So now that we have that, we'll work on the red sentence first. Sandra originally had 3/5 as many pencils as Janice. So to fill in the table, we're going to give Janice 5/5, which we'll represent in the form of circles. Give her 5 of these, give her all of her 5ths. Right. Now we'll give Sandra 3 of those 5ths, as the red sentence states. Now that we have that, we can move on to the green part of the question, where it says, Janice bought 35 additional pencils and Sandra bought 5 more. Okay, now when we want to do this, we're just going to put plus 35 for Janice and a plus 5 for Sandra. We're going to make them green to indicate that they have bought more pencils. There, now you have our table pretty much filled out. Now we turn our attention to the blue sentence, where it says the new ratio of the number of Janice's pencils to that of Sandra's pencils turned to 3-to-1. So this simply means that when Janice bought 35 additional pencils and Sandra bought 5 more, now Janice will have 3 times as many pencils as Sandra, if the ratio is 3-to-1. So now we're going to represent Janice's amount in a different way. Because if Janice's amount is 3 times Sandra's amount, we can take Sandra's amount, 3 circles plus 5, and put 3 of those to get 9 circles plus 15. And that would be representing Janice's amount in another way, in terms of Sandra's amount. And that will help us find out how many pencils Janice had originally. So I'll write Janice's amount can be represented by the following. That's good. Now we'll take Sandra's amount, 3 circles, just put 9 circles. And 3 times 5 is 15, plus 15. Okay, now that we have that, get our answer, we're going to compare Janice's amounts. So we have the new amount, which is 9 circles plus 15, but it is also 5 circles plus 35. Now we can compare the two. Okay, so both of these are Janice's amounts. But they both have 5 circles in common. The only difference is this one has 4 circles plus 15, while this one only has a plus 35. So we want to know how many pencils those 4 circles represent. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the 35 and subtract 15 to get us 20, meaning those 4 circles represent 20 pencils. So 1 circle will represent 20 divided by 4, since there are 4 circles, equals 5. And now we've just figured out that each circle represents 5 pencils. We'll write that down since it's an important finding. each circle represents 5 pencils. Okay, now that we know that, we can find out the original number of Janice's pencils. We're not going to count the plus 35, since that was because she bought 35 additional pencils. That's different than the original amount. We're going to count these 5 circles right here, each of which represent 5 circles. Each of which represent 5 pencils, I mean. Each circle represents 5 pencils, and there are 5 circles. Janice originally would have 25 pencils. And we'll write that down as our answer. Janice originally had 25 pencils. So we finished doing this problem.